What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on the E92 M3. So while we were gone in Nashville getting the new Evo 9 project, a ton of parts showed up for this car that we needed to kind of finish up our supercharger install, and this road sucks balls. So we got, what do we get? Radiator hose, we desperately need that. We got the valve cover breather in, we desperately needed that because they're spraying oil, especially while ripping. And then we also picked up a smoke tester just so we can smoke test the whole entire system, make sure we don't have any sort of boost leaks still, because we definitely have had some boost leak issues in the past. So yeah, I'm super excited to finally get this thing 100% dialed in, really beat on it, really rip it, see how it feels, see if it was worth the $8 grand, $9 grand that we spent on the supercharger. This is a VF650 kit, so it's like the highest rated kit you can get. Oh, and also the BOV showed up too, the tile BOV with the tile BOV adapter flange, so we can get that on as well. I'm stoked for that. I love the little backfires she throws out now. Just a little one, nothing crazy. I have debated, now that we have E85 in Spokane, getting a custom tune on this car and going to E85. So if any of you guys have a supercharged E92 M3 and are running E85, drop a comment below, let me know who you guys are tuned through. I feel like there's so many tuners out there, just like in the Evo community. Like, I'm well aware of all of the good Evo tuners nowadays, just because I've been in the Evo community for such a long time, but I'm very, very new to the M3 BMW community, so I don't even know where to start. Drop a comment below if you have a E85 supercharged E92 M3. Curious. All right, we got the car in the shop. We got a ton of parts pulled out. First thing I did was pop open the hood and saw all that. So that means our current janky upper radiator hose isn't doing the trick, but thankfully we have a new hose sitting right here. So here's all what we got. New upper radiator hose. All we need is this fitting over here. Tile BOV flange, tile BOV. I think there's some pretty stiff springs in here right now, so I'm gonna pull it apart and kind of try to replicate the VF spring tension. And then here is that baffle for the PCV system on the valve cover. Found this on eBay for like 1/10 of a new OEM one, so that'll do the trick. And then this is what I'm most excited for. This is a whole entire smoke system kit. I found this on Amazon, and I think it was like 140, 150 bucks for everything here. So we have a ton of different cap sizes. We have this cone that kind of will fit into pretty much anything. So this will be nice for smoke testing Evos or Subarus or pretty much anything in the world. And then the actual smoke tester itself. So we're gonna go ahead and let this thing cool down before we start messing with the coolant system. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and do a little smoke test. We do have this janky, or not janky, but not very nice gritty BOV on here right now, and it sounds freaking hilarious, guys. So we need to get that guy swapped out for the tile. I think that tile is going to sound quite a bit better. But first off, let's just pull, where should we smoke test it from? I was doing a boost leak test right from here, but then that kind of eliminates everything over here. I guess we can just go right from this hose right here. This goes to the OEM bypass valve, which I need to get a cap for that. But for now, I'm just gonna loosen that, rotate it, inject some smoke into the system, and see if we can find any leaks. First up, let me get this thing assembled. This is the oil or the liquid that goes in there. So I gotta figure out how to get this thing working, and then we can get that thing smoke tested. Okay, we got it all set up. I think this should be a fairly simple process, and that's why it's so nice just to buy a kit. So this is gonna just go right onto a power and ground. Battery, whatever you have in the engine bay that's power and ground, goes right in. Nice connector there. Got this thing full of some of that liquid. Air is gonna connect right here. I don't know if this is, I'm guessing this is a regulator, and I don't know what it's set at, but it looks like it's not adjustable. And then smoke should come out that end, and I got it plugged into this little guy that we bought separately, and that is gonna go right into the intake system. So let's get this thing plugged in, charged up, and see if we have any leaks. We got it hooked up here. They include this nice little hook. This system is so cool, and it's starting to smoke. It said it takes maybe 3 minutes. Oh yeah, if I if I blow into it, she blows some smoke. So let's hook her up. The only place I see smoke coming from is the air filter, which of course that is normal. Other than that, I don't see anything at all. We do have a boost gauge on the way from P3, so I'm excited to get that in to the vent, get everything installed there. And if we get that gauge on and we're only building like 3 to 4 pounds, I think we should be around like 7.5 to 8 pounds on this car with the current pulley size. So if we get that gauge installed and we're not hitting proper boost levels, the cool thing about supercharged cars versus a turbo car is there's nothing that's not mechanical on this whole entire system. If the car is not building proper boost, it'd be nothing in the tune. There's no sort of boost controller to deal with. The only things that could possibly be is our supercharger is bad or we are losing boost somewhere. So that would mean one of the 8 couplers from the manifold to the throttle bodies, maybe right here. Supercharger systems are so simple that it'd be a very, very easy solution unless we have a bad blower, which is probably not the case because it's brand new. From what I can tell, no boost leaks. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the BOV for the tile one after we get these springs situated. And then from there, fix our upper radiator hose and get this guy on because we're clearly losing oil. It's spraying a little bit. You can see some right here, because this guy did not last long at all. And then after that, we can go rip this car and see how fun it is. I was worried about ripping it a lot before just because we definitely had a coolant and oil leak, which is not good. This here is the setup, tile BOV 50 millimeter with the adapter flange. We got a way softer spring in there. The one that came out of it was pretty stiff. And I remember the VF BPV being super, super soft. Car is fully reassembled, coolant's topped off, all new parts are on the car. Let's go for a rip, see how she feels. New BOV sounds much better, and it's still fairly quick. I'm so used to like 700 plus wheel all-wheel drive cars This thing makes 650 crank, supposedly is what it's making right now. So I would say, I don't know, mid 500s wheel. You don't have to try it all and first to light them up. It's definitely quick, but it ain't no 700 wheel. It's so freaking fun though, I gotta say that. But I just feel like my perception of fast or like a lot of power is a little bit skewed these days. I'm sure if I brought like Bobby for a ride in the car or Jared for a ride, or let him drive it, they would probably say this thing's pretty quick. But I'm so used to making all of this power on Evos. That's what I was thinking earlier, like, we already have E85 in Spokane. If we could find a tuner to tune this thing for E and make 650 wheel, then I'd be stoked. It's definitely fun though. Explain why you look so beautiful?
I have a really bad sinus infection.
She has a sinus infection if you can't hear her.
And I feel like I'm dying. So I'm making Devin get me ice cream.
Trying to make you feel better.
It made me smile, but my cheeks hurt.
Did it make you feel better?
No, it made me feel worse. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But I can't smile. Oh. I'd like to go again.
You want to go again? Faster?
Yeah.
I hope it does. Is it fast enough or should I go E85?
E85.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. We gotta find an E85 tuner.
Why can't you hear it?
It's considered a centrifugal supercharger. You eject via sideways real quick.
No, baby.
Oh.
I will literally die.
You can hear it a little bit. It's not loud at all though. Like if it's a twin screw, so where there's like two screws. Like this. Those ones are really loud.
So how much power does it right now?
Supposedly it's supposed to make 650 crank, so it'd be like 5 something wheel. Which I don't know. I guess I'm used to such fast Evos and lighter Evos. I mean, it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong.
It just doesn't feel like a turbo.
But it drives so nice though. It drives like a stock car until you rip it. Then it's like, what do you want?
Snack size Oreo
Hi, what can I
McFlurry.
get started for you today?
Snack size? That's tiny.
Small.
Can I get a small Oreo McFlurry?
Absolutely. Anything else for you?
That'll be it.
Awesome. We'll have that total for you at the first window. Thank you.
Thank you. I got you we needed a small because I want one bite. First window, she say? So you can hear it a little bit. Thank you. Do I go to this window?
Yep.
I don't come to McDonald's on the reg. I don't know how this show works. How long does this shit take? And this is fast food. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Use all. This is a small. That thing's puny. The thing is tiny.
You want your one bite?
That should fire. Damn. Damn. I'm gonna come here every day for one of those guys.
They're so good.
That is pretty good, not gonna lie. Is it healthy?
Why are you doing that? Do you love it?
But like putting this much money into it, you know, it's just crazy because you put that in an Evo and you rip like. All right, to finish up the night, we are going and having this thing coated. So we put the Brom seats in here, and of course these seats do not have airbags like the factory seats do. So we had a ton of lights on the dash. We're getting everything coated out right now, and should take care of all of those lights, which drive me insane. So even though we had the battery tender on the car the whole entire time that they were coating it, it looks like the battery still died. And I don't know if it died in the middle of them coating it or if they got it all finished up. Either way, we cannot fire up the car to make sure everything is working properly. And as far as I know, you're not supposed to jump these things either, because then it kind of messes with the FRM. These cars are so picky. So I'm going to have to grab the battery charger, come all the way back to the house tomorrow maybe, or the next day, whatever, later on down the road, get this battery fully charged, and then we can try and fire this thing up and make sure it's all good to go. I'm hoping that it did not die in the middle of them coating, because that would probably mess up a module too. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.